welcome to Would I Lie to You, the show where deception is the dish of the day. On Lee Mack's team tonight, the woman who is to Sue Perkins what Sue Perkins is to Mel Gedroych. It's Mel Gedroych! And a comedian who's been making people laugh for more than a quarter of a century. To put that in context, when he started, George Michael was straight, the Berlin Wall stood, and David Mitchell's jacket was in fashion. It's Bob Mortimer! Nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with it, nothing wrong with it. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, he's the star of sitcom Citizen Khan, who came last when he appeared on Celebrity Mastermind. It's that disregard for humiliation that makes him perfect for our show. It's Adil Ray! And he's a former member of Westlife who recently spent 3 weeks in the bush. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere, but this is a family show, so work it out for yourselves. It's Cian Egan! Right, we begin, of course, with round one. It's Home Truths. This is where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. Mel is first up tonight.
I once licked David Bowie's cake just to be close to him.
David.
Now, I would have thought that was not a good way of being close to him, but that was a way of being forcibly removed from his presence. So how did licking his cake bring you close to him?
Right, so, it was the 1980s. I believe it was the year of the Glass Spider tour.
Yeah.
I was working as a waitress.
In a cocktail
bar. No?
Not a Bowie song.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure. I'm no expert, but that's not one of his.
That much is true.
Right.
Thank you. And
So, Mel, if you were working as a waitress...
it wasn't a cocktail bar, it was a cappuccino bar, because it was the 80s. So I was working as a waitress in a cappuccino bar.
Hang on, was cappuccino popular in the 80s? Let's get this...
Yeah, they came in the 80s, didn't they?
They arrived in Port Talbot a week last Thursday.
Anyway, I'm not quite good-looking enough / slim enough to be serving at tables.
Oh, right.
So
Did they tell you this? Did they say, I'm sorry, love, I'm sorry.
No.
I can't have you serving the customers, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're going to have to hide you round the back making the froth.
No, pretty much. I was a washer-upper in the aforementioned cappuccino bar. Now, massive excitement one day. I'm in the back doing the washing up. The word is spreading like wildfire. Bowie's in, Bowie's in, Bowie's in. I saw him in profile, sitting...
How did you see him from
at
the kitchen?
cappuccino bar, because I could look through the door.
You were allowed...
Occasionally.
And all the customers went... she was grabbed back in again, a manic...
Get back in the chocolate sprinkles pit!
So, Bowie had ordered, let's imagine, I think it was something like a sort of... a hot chocolate fudge slice, please, or something like that.
Can we get on to the licking?
Let's get on to the licking.
It's like Friday night in my house.
I thought, I'm not going to get to say hello to him because I'm not allowed to go out front and serve the man. So what can I do just to feel that I have entered him in some way? I mean, just...
Yes, that some of your DNA
I'm part
has
of him.
been ingested by the great man.
Well, what sort of lick? Bearing in mind that this is very much a family show, do the lick for us now.
Plate, slice, it would have been... I'll just try and get back in the zone. It would have just been a...
So it's just a little. That's not what I imagined, actually. I thought you would go up and down it a couple of times.
No.
And it was
just a little polite lick.
Touch.
It was full of homage and reverence for the great man. And then obviously it went out and I never saw him again.
It wasn't long after that he was hospitalised. All right, David, what are you thinking? Could this be true?
Well, it could be true, but...
you know, she started off as a waitress, then she became, you know...
A washer-upper.
A washer-upper.
Yes.
I think it sounds so absurd and she's been so random that I think there's an element of truth to it.
personally. So what are you going to say, David? Is it truth or is it a lie?
Well, one or the other. I think on balance it's a lie.
You're going to say lie. So, Mel, licking David Bowie's cake, is it true or was it a lie?
It is a great fat true.
Yes, it's true. Mel did lick David Bowie's cake so she could feel closer to him. Bob, it's your turn.
The police once ordered me to leave town, unspecified, because I was frightening the locals.
David's team, what do you think?
Could you give us some context, Bob?
I'll give you the name of the town. It was Castle Douglas.
Ah.
Where is that?
It's southwest Scotland.
And why were you in Castle Douglas?
Was it a tour or something?
No, it was a long time ago. I was only 17, 18, that kind of age. And...
A numerical age, that kind.
Yeah.
Rather than iron or bronze. That's a different kind of...
I was with two friends trying to get as close to the Gulf Stream as I possibly could.
What? What do you mean you wanted to get close to the Gulf Stream?
It seemed such an appealing, far-off, miraculous thing, this hot stream of water so near us, that it was hard to believe in it just from the textbooks.
But it's not like a spa. It's a massive flow within the ocean.
Yeah, but
you can't see it.
Well, if you're at the Logan Botanical Gardens...
there's a lovely view of the Gulf Stream.
No, but you can see the effects of the Gulf Stream. You know, it's like a tropical gardens, and so in that way you sense the influence of the Gulf Stream. Well, no, it's extraordinary.
I know all teenagers are absolutely mad on the Gulf Stream. Can't get enough of it, and it's...
And flowers.
But
that was one reason amongst many.
But the police of Castle Douglas don't mind the teenagers who'll flock there to admire the effect of the Gulf Stream. So what was it that you did that put their noses out of joint?
We scared the locals, apparently, because we were wearing very grotesque masks.
Why were you wearing masks? If you're going to gardens, why would you wear a mask?
Ah, well, here's the thing. That's a perfect question.
Yeah. Just before you answer it, have a minute.
we were travelling in a Morris Minor, and we were sleeping in the car. There was three of us. There's me mate Harry Harriman and Steve.
Steve Steverman.
Steve, by the way. He was... Have you just called Steve, by the way?
He was. Steve, by the way. Steve, by the way, as in incidentally.
Yes. Anyway, we had these...
You're wearing these masks?
We're wearing these grotesque...
Why are we wearing these masks?
We're wearing these masks because we didn't have anywhere to sleep and we were sleeping in the car.
Right.
They'd been given us by Harry Harriman's mum, yeah, to keep us warm at night because of the heat.
What, grotesque latex masks?
Yes. They were just old men's masks, but they were to keep us warm. Harry Harriman's mum she sold these stuff from home, and she sold another thing which was called a jobble top, yeah, which was a bobble hat that made it into a jumper, and the big bobble was at the back and it buttoned down the front, and that was...
I'm telling you now, right? If this is a lie and they end up saying lie, I will say to you, why did you make it more difficult for yourself? by mentioning the joggle top, or whatever it was called.
Because I'm imagining my sleeping arrangements and think, yes, we had the latex masks on and these giant, like, what they're called jobble tops.
Right,
okay. So,
Snood.
if you're wearing a sleeping mask and you're scaring the locals, like, normally the locals would be in bed when you're going to sleep, and it's dark, and you're in your car and you got a scary mask on. You know.
No, we were just... on our daytime drive from Dundee to Castle Douglas...
With masks on.
As we went past
Keep
people,
your faces warm.
we were staring at them with our scary masks.
Why did you not remove... Because I would say, from my experience of sleeping all night in a classic car in a latex mask and a jobble top, you get quite clammy. And so in many ways, it's quite a relief to take the latex mask off for the next day's drive.
Yes, and
not to mention how it helps being able to see where you're going.
Yeah. But then, no, of course, we take the mask off in the morning, but then round about midday, you wanted to put it back on.
At what point did the police get involved? Didn't the police get
We
involved?
parked up in Castle Douglas, right next to a shop, because we wanted to get one of their famous Scotch pies. As we came out of the shop, I was grabbed by a policeman, and it was a sergeant, by the way.
Sergeant, by the way.
Speaking father.
So that's how you got away with it, because you said, "Don't worry, that's my dad." Is that how it works?
Maybe it was.
I'm a sergeant, by the way. I think, Daddy!
So the sergeant,
By the way.
he took me to the police station, and they
So he arrested you?
Yes, taken and put in a room, and then the sergeant and a plainclothes detective came in.
Plainclothes detective?
Oh, yeah.
What has you done?
CID have now got involved.
And then they said, "You're going to have to wait here. We've sent for a specialist from Edinburgh."
and then, as we sat in, it came in and said, "Right, what's with the funny faces?" They said, "What's with the funny faces?"
So what did you say?
Well, we explained what had happened, that we had these funny faces, that we slept in them, and that we're terribly sorry to have caused any offence.
So presumably then they released you?
Sergeant, by the way, followed us till we were out of the city limits. So that's my story. It's quite a holiday.
What do you think?
I know what I think.
What do you think?
I think it's true.
You think it's true?
Yeah.
That's not what I think. Cian, what do you think?
I'm going to go untrue.
OK, Cian's going untrue. Adil's going true. David?
My initial reaction is it's a lie. Let's say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
Bob Mortimer.
Yes,
Was that story true? Or was it a lie?
it was true.
Yes, it was true. The police did order Bob to leave town because he was frightening the locals. Right, Cian is up next.
The first time Westlife sang on Top of the Pops, Louis Walsh made sure we stood up from our stools at the right time by hiding in the crowd and waving a banana above his head.
Lee's team.
What song were you singing?
It was our first #1.
Which was?
Swear it again.
Swear it again.
Swear it again. I know it. I'm
I'm sure you do.
So you're on a stool. I'm imagining you're on a stool, so you're doing a ballad.
Yes.
Famous
All the
song.
Westlife songs are ballads, Lee.
Why did he not say to you, when you get to a key word in the song, all stand up? Why can he not trust you to do that?
Don't you know that songs are extremely repetitive?
Oh, I know yours. No, I'm sorry.
That's what makes them
I'm
work.
joking.
They were moving.
I know, I'm
They
a
were
massive
gorgeous.
Westlife. I'm not in any way saying I wasn't. I'm simply saying, why couldn't you stand up at the key word to the song? Why couldn't he say to you, oh, I see what you mean, because you're saying the same words over and over again.
It's like there's a certain point that he wanted us to do it, but like I think the problem when it was for us is like, well, you know, you're so nervous, you're on Top of the Pops for the first time, and we were #1.
In top of the Pops world,
Yeah.
I remember they always had really trendy people dancing to make the whole thing look sort of cool.
Yeah.
Did Louis look? Was he dressed trendily? Did he fit in with the audience? Was he
You
dancing?
would-
It was like behind the camera.
Behind, it wouldn't be in front of the camera waving a banana, would it?
I thought he was in front of the camera waving a banana.
No,
I'm sorry. He wasn't
because
doing that.
Because
he wasn't. He'd
if
never do
everyone
that.
can see the cue, you might as well shout, "Get off your stool!" That would do the same thing.
But how did he cover it in case you were looking in the camera rather than looking behind the cameras?
No, you can see a banana.
You'd see a banana.
Look out to the back of the crowd there, Bob.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
someone was to hold up a banana, do you think you'd see it?
Well,
Hold it, there we are.
Somebody is.
Somebody is doing it.
Oh, my God.
That is bizarre.
Why don't we try and recreate the moment?
I agree.
Okay? So
yeah.
here's what would happen. The
Sing,
three of you
sing.
would go out front. Not yet.
No!
Out front?
And you'd lean.
I'm not wearing any trousers.
And you'd lean on the desk. And when I wave my banana in the air,
Yeah.
you three will stand up together.
Yay!
One for you.
Thank you. We'll pass the banana.
For you. For you. Enjoy it, David. Round to the front.
Come on, lads. I think I should be in the middle.
Oh, you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to be
no,
in the
by
middle?
all means.
Please,
I will cede the
Blimey.
captaincy for the...
I did spend 14 years on the side, you know, at least I should be in the middle now.
Are you going to wave the banana?
I tell you what, the girl who's got the banana can wave the banana. OK, so here they are. a newly formed Westlife with You Raise Me Up.
Watch out for the banana.
Yeah, I am doing.
You raise me up.
Well done, yeah. Well done. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, Lee, what are you thinking? Was it true? Did
do you know
Louis do
what?
that?
You know when you think, I'm not sure, we need to see it again?
Yes.
Maybe we don't have the time.
Okay.
What's it going to be? Truth
Well-
or lie?
Bob, what do you think?
Well, when I recorded my first shows I did on telly, my camera had a banana on it, so I knew what camera to look at. So I'm thinking maybe.
You think it
It's
might be true? Mel?
I think it's a lie.
OK, it's going to be a lie.
You're going to say lie?
Lie.
I'm worried
Okay.
now. Pressure.
Kian,
Fresh.
truth or lie?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it was a lie. Louis Walsh didn't tell Westlife when to stand up by waving his banana at them. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of David's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to Lee's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Richard. So, Adil, what is Richard to you?
This is Richard, and we had to spend an entire holiday hiding from an angry Greek man because we got lost at sea in his boat.
OK. Cian, how do you know Richard?
I know Richard because, basically, Richard outbid me at an auction for a waxwork of myself.
And finally, David, your relationship with Richard.
This is Richard. He recently let me take control of his crusher and destroy a car.
So there we are. Adil's boating buddy, Cian's waxwork winner, or David's car crusher. Lee, where do you want to start?
Cian,
Shoot.
what were you doing bidding for your own waxwork?
Well, put it this way, you know, in my house back in Ireland, I have a nice room full of, like, trophies and awards and stuff. And my waxwork was pretty decent. I thought, you know, why not?
Was it Madame Tussauds?
No.
What was the
No.
waxwork?
It was a place called World of Wax in Cork. at
In
the time.
Cork?
As opposed to World of Cork in wax.
Had you ever seen this waxwork before?
We'd seen pictures of them online and stuff like
But
that.
aren't
you
I
know,
right in
and-
saying that when you do a waxwork, you model
Bingo.
for them? You actually.
Well, if you go to Madame Tussauds, that's what they do.
But
But
not
in the
in-
waxworks of...
They go.
in
They just
Cork.
get a candle and a
Yeah,
hammer
I
and
mean,
go. Oh.
this is like...
Ah, geez, that'll do. Right.
Yeah, I think-
Get
I
me
think-
another big candle and a hammer.
You haven't said why Richard was bidding against you. Is he sort of
He
the
was
biggest
trying to get it
fan?
for his mother.
For his
mother?
mother?
Yeah.
Why his mother?
Because his mother was a huge fan.
Right. And what price did it go for?
I think about 3,500 in the end.
£3,500?
I'm not being rude, but how much would you charge per day to go round to his mum's and just stand there? Because I reckon for £2,500 he could have got the real thing for the day.
Lee, who
Okay.
else do you want to question?
Adil, you're in Greece, you're on holiday. Whereabouts in Greece?
Kavos.
In Kavos.
Yeah.
OK, and you rent a boat, do you?
Yeah, from the Greek man.
Right.
Yeah.
You go off, just the two of you.
No, there's two other guys.
Four of you in total.
Yeah.
What sort of boat was it?
A speedboat thing. That, you know, you go on holiday, you hire these speedboats.
Yeah.
Well, what went wrong?
Well, the Greek man, he told us not to go too far, but, you know, being lads, you're on holiday, you have a bit of a laugh, don't you? So we were on the boat and we just went as far as we can.
Which is how
Out
far?
to sea.
Out to sea, past the buoys and all that.
What
And
boys?
Not boys, boys. So we went out too far and we ran out of petrol. So, yeah.
Oh.
Yes. So it's me and Richard and these two other guys, and we're on there.
Can we have names for the other guys?
Can't remember the Scousers. Scousers.
Terry and Barry.
We'll just probably.
So what happened? You eventually got back. But
Well,
your very
eventually,
presence
but we
introduced that.
pitch black, and then we got rescued by fishermen. We got towed to the shore bit.
Yeah.
And then we got there, and the Greek man, the angry Greek man, was was angry with us. We couldn't understand him. He just kept on doing this to us.
That means your time's up, surely.
Lee, what about David's story?
Oh, yes, David.
David, just remind us of your
I said
connection.
that Richard, he let me take control of his crusher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the
and
car.
destroy a car.
Right. Where was this?
It was in London.
How did it come about that you were taking control of the crusher?
I was walking along one of London's streets, and a football bounced out in front of me. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do know you're not reading the bedtime story on CBeebies, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
You had a magical tone to your voice then. It was lovely to see.
So the ball has bounced out.
Yeah, and I sort of looked to where this ball's come from, and it's come from a sort of place where they crush cars, you know, a breaker's yard.
Did you have the pressure of, oh, no, I'm supposed to kick this back, but I'll never be able to do it.
Oh.
I'll pick it up and hand it to them on a cushion.
No, I was keen to kick it back. And no, of course not.
No.
Yes, I picked it up because I thought I will present it back to them like a vase. Well, anything not to have to interact with it in a sporty way.
Yes.
And at this point, Richard was wandering out of the breaker's yard, and I, you know, sort of awkwardly hand him the ball, and he recognises me from television.
Oh, big head.
Yeah. And him and his friends ask if they can have a photo with me because of my fame. And I think beauty. And so they take a photo, and, you know, all fine. And then he says, would you like a go on the crusher? And the reason he says, would you like a go on the crusher, is he said it would be a good thing to say you'd done on Would I Lie to You? And it occurred to me that he was right.
Right.
And so he said, and it's very easy. The car got plonked in, and you press the crusher button.
And what actually happened?
And it's remarkable.
Is it just like Jaws? I mean, I don't mean the film. I mean, is it like... like that? Is that how it works?
Yes, exactly.
That's an epic moment in your life, I agree. That would be a big thing to be able to say.
Yeah.
I'd remember it really clearly if it happened to me. I wouldn't even hesitate if I was asked the next question. I'd be able to say it straight away. What kind of car was it?
It was a Citroën Picasso.
Right. And what colour was it?
Green.
How did you feel as you crushed
There was
this
something
car?
about the way you said that, where your lips committed to it before your brain had.
So we need an answer here. Lee's team, is Richard Adil's boating buddy, Cian's waxwork winner, or David's car crusher?
Look at Richard's face.
Yes.
He says many things, doesn't he? But what he doesn't say to me is car crusher.
Absolutely. I think he's Adol's friend.
You think he's Adol's friend?
Yeah.
Based on...
They're neat. They're both neat.
They're neat. Mel is going for Adol. Bob's going for Adol, so we're going to have to go for Adol. I'm not going to argue with the team.
Richard, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, I'm Richard. Adel and I upset a Greek man when we got lost at sea in his boat.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Lovely.
Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lives, and we start with... It is Lee.
When my kids were younger, I designed a special system for remembering which Teletubby was which.
David's team.
OK.
Name the Teletubbies.
Name the Teletubbies.
Yeah.
All right. You had Cian. Oh, no, that's Westlife. Hang on. You had Poe, Lala, Tinky Winky, and Dipsy. And Stuart Sutcliffe, but he left before Ringo.
You know what colours each of them are?
Oh, you bet. You've got Poe, who is red.
Poe is red, OK.
Yes. Dipsy isn't.
Yeah. Dipsy. What?
Neither's Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky.
And I'll say the same about Lala.
Winky.
So this system for your kids was just to find out which one was red?
No, Poe's the red one. The green one is Dipsy. Lala is yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow.
And who have I missed?
Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky
Tinky
is like a purple.
But how do you know? What's the system? How do you know that they're those colours? You said you had a system.
I have got a system. Do you want to know the system?
Yes.
Right. Poe,
Yep.
I remember as being like a post box, so that's red. Lala sounds like yellow. Well, it doesn't, but it sounds more like yellow than Poe, Tinky Winky or Dipsy. Tinky Winky, I sort of have a visual picture of him
A visual picture.
A visual picture, yeah. Yeah, a visual picture of him with his willy out, which I picture of him as his little Tinky Winky.
Purple.
Purple. Urgent and purple.
Deep sea sounds a bit like the deep sea, which is green. It isn't, it's usually blue, but the deep sea is definitely more green than it is purple, red or yellow.
Thank you.
I'm not sure about this Willy thing, because in the end you were teaching your kids, weren't you? So...
No, I didn't say I was teaching my kids.
No, he's teaching
There's
himself.
one thing my family
remember.
never do, is we don't teach our kids anything. My father before me, his father before him. We haven't got where we are today by teaching each other things. No, this was to just so help me remember, because I would often say to the kids, pick Poe up, and the kid would go, loser, it's Lala.
The tragedy of this moment is that as a result of this, I will now remember the colours.
Thus proving the system works.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've certainly got a system now.
I've got a system.
I mean, I will remember Poe is red because of a post box.
Yeah.
Deep sea is green because it's like deep sea, which isn't green but might be. Tinky Winky's got an urgent purple member. No! Lala is yellow because it sounds more like yellow than the others, even though none of them sound like yellow. I will never be able to forget that.
I'm not saying he's a purple member.
David, is he telling the truth?
What do you think?
You know, the thing that gets me is, like, of course the system is completely and utterly daft, but he's pretty daft. And on top of that, he didn't get any of it wrong any time he said it.
He may just know the colour of the Teletubbies without... Because I think the system, effective though it's proved to be, is just something he's invented. I think we've seen him invent it. Do you think it's true?
No, I don't think it is. I agree with you. I think he knows the colours of the Teletubbies. He probably has watched it with his kids, but I don't think he actually has a system.
You think it's true?
Oh, no, let's not go down this road again.
Yeah. Well, basically, I'm going with you, whatever.
I'm just not
do you
good
know
at
what?
this game.
I think if I go with you and it turns out you're wrong this time, the only time I go with you, then I'm just going to find that funny. I'm just going to find it, you know, like the very end, like it's gone beyond tragedy, and you just laugh at death.
So you're going to say lie?
We're saying
regardless
lie.
of Kian thinking it's... OK,
Yeah.
you're saying lie. They're saying
like
it's a
the
lie.
confidence.
Lee, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, true.
OK.
Calm yourself, calm
I am so merry.
And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 5 points to 0. But it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week this week is Bob Mortimer. Yes, Bob Mortimer, who is what we call an excellent liar, or what estate agents call a beginner. Good night.